ask you about the idea you mentioned around the voluntary nature of the vaccine, but there might be restrictions. Does the government envision giving specific authorized proof that there has been a vaccine or you've been vaccinated? So like it's like a card or some sort of form that people can show to prove that they've been vaccinated?
Yes, because that's going to be really important for people to have for travel purposes, perhaps for work purposes, for going to theaters or cinemas or any other places where people will be in closer physical contact when we get through the worst of the pandemic. So yes, that will be essential for people to have that.
And the government is going to issue that?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Williams, for that. I appreciate it. And Dr. Williams, my other question is this with regards to vaccines. Are you going to be making any recommendation to Cabinet over whether any portion of the rollout should be mandatory, whether it's maybe just for long-term care or certain sectors? But will you, as the Chief Medical Officer of Health, in any way make some sort of mandatory vaccination recommendation?
So similar to all our immunization programs in the province of Ontario, and we have some special acts related to that, like the Immunization of School Pupils Act, etc. We can't force someone to take a vaccine. That's clear, and because we want to make sure that people say they only would want it, and we want to make sure we have all the information they need, as well as all the safety information, etc. What we can do is to say sometimes for access or ease in getting into certain settings, if you don't have vaccination, then you're not allowed into that setting without other protection and promote materials. So what may be mandatory is proof of immunization or vaccination with a proper product in order to have latitude and freedom to move around in certain, like to access into long-term care facilities or go to the hospital, different things, without wearing other types of form of personal protective equipment, etc. Same as with school attendance. It may be much like our other vaccines. We haven't gone there yet, but we would make it mandatory for access in, and sometimes being excluded if there's a risk or a hazard going on. So it's more of facility of movement and around that, not that someone is going to be forced to take it against their will. We don't see there's a need for that because we think anytime our vaccine products have been proven historically to be the best thing we have. And we've seen that time and time again. You've heard testimonials, whether some people in the past saying where polio was a big thing and people will live for many years in fear. It's not. Why? It's not gone. It's still out there. We're still trying to get rid of it. We're still trying to vaccinate against it. But we don't have those cases in Canada and many other preventable diseases. So it's highly effective and the safety is exceptional. So we still want to make sure we continue that. We want high quality vaccines, very effective, very safe, and monitor everything and to encourage you as Canadians, as Ontarians to say, this is what you would want to have, and we want to make sure you get it in the way you would like to get it, in the timing of it, and with all the information you need to make the best decision.